Hey guys, what's up? It's the Delicious Detective here, investigating your favorite movies, and today I'm going to be doing another movie review on a movie I watched a while ago. And that is actually somehow the last film I watched in the entirety of 2022. I watched it on my laptop in Japan, and that movie is Bones and All by Luca Guadagnino. So yeah, again, at the very end of 2022 and a little bit in the earlier parts of January 2023, I watched tons of movies because I figured that these movies would end up on my best movies list, and all four of them did. And the four of them are The Fablemans, Triangle of Sadness, Glass Onion, and Bones and All. And finally, I'm reviewing Bones and All. Right now, it is January 17th, but by the time you're watching it, it's probably 21st or something because YouTube, yay! So yeah, once again, I'm not reading off of a bullet point list. I'm just going completely improvised. I'm just that damn good at speaking. Bones and All is the new movie from Italian director Luca Guadagnino, and Luca Guadagnino has been one of the most interesting directors of the last few years. Of course, we have Io Sono L'Amore with Tilda Swinton, which is not very well known but a pretty critically acclaimed film. Of course, after that, we have the legendary, the one and only Call Me By Your Name, starring Timothée Chalamet, a beautiful, gorgeous romance film that breaks everyone's hearts, and that's pretty great. And then afterwards, he makes a jump from romance to horror with the remake of Suspiria in 2018, which is fucking amazing. The remake of Suspiria is a lot better than the original, in my opinion. It's a lot crazier, artsier. I love the score by Tom York. It's excellent. And then afterwards, he's done romance, he's done horror. Well, time to do some romance horror. So last year he came out with Bones and All. It features Timothée Chalamet again, and the main character is played by Taylor Russell. So Bones and All is a movie about a girl played by Taylor Russell who is a cannibal. She has to eat people, and not even like cook them and eat them and turn them into, dishes like Hannibal Lecter or something. No, he just eats them raw. And it's kind of a road trip movie in a sense, where Taylor Russell's character essentially goes around the entire USA looking for her long lost mother while meeting other cannibals on the way, one of which is Timothée Chalamet's character, and they fall in love. And there's an old man, a very creepy old man played by Mark Rylance, who is kind of jealous of that. So that's kind of the story. So yeah, first of all, I'd like to say that this is easily the most accessible Luca Guadagnino film to date. It's not difficult to go through at all. It's not slow at all. It's pretty fast paced. It's really easy. It's got the quick editing. It's got a lot of shots and coverage, and it's very accessible. But I mean it in a good way, because even though it is very accessible in the standards of a Luca Guadagnino film, it's still kind of artsy. I love the cinematography. I love how smoky it is. This is actually Luca Guadagnino's first American film. And by that I mean first film that's set in America. And I think produced by an American production company as well. And also with an all American cast, I believe. And if you give the same script to other more mainstream American directors, they would probably film it in a much more Hollywood way. But when Luca Guadagnino does it, he brings a kind of a European flavor to it, which is really interesting to see an American film taking place in America through European lenses, which is really nice. When I say lens, I immediately think of like lens. Uh, anyways, yeah, the cinematography is good. I like the colors. It's really nice. You can still tell it's a Luca Guadagnino film by the slow panning cameras, and sometimes you look at something from a wide shot, and then it cuts to a medium of that, and then a close up of that, and it's just like boom, 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 and that's something that Guadagnino does, especially in Suspiria. And I really like that. I think everyone's performances are pretty great, and I think it's a really solid movie. It's not the most entertaining movie ever. It does drag on a little bit in the middle, but it is pretty interesting. It's a really interesting subject matter. And if you are not able to pick up this, of course, cannibalism is only an allegory in this film. Of course, it is actually an allegory for queerness or LGBTQ. But I also find it a little weird because at the end of the day, the romance in the story here is heterosexual, or at least it's so it seems. But but it is kind of an allegory for LGBTQ community. Oh, you're secretly LGBTQ too. Oh, I'm secretly LGBTQ too, and it's strange. Like the moment you find out that you're in the community, that you're not straight, you start finding out a lot of other people who are not straight, and the movie sort of explores that pretty fantastically. And in terms of horror, this movie's not that horrifying, but there are a couple of pretty distressing scenes, especially whenever Mark Rylance is on screen. Whenever he's on screen, it's pretty freaking scary, and he's amazing. Mark Rylance is so freaking amazing here. He just plays this really creepy uncle, but the magic in his performance is that he's convinced that he's not creepy. He's convinced that he's just a really nice dude who's trying to find some companionship in this world. But when we look at it, when we look at his performance from a third person's view, he's really unhinged, and it's really uncomfortable whenever he's on screen. So that's really cool. But yeah, good movie, solid movie. Check it out. I'm giving the new Luca Guadagnino film, Bones and All, a decent 8 out of 10. So, have you watched Bones and All? Comments below, let me know. Subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching.